A trigger for me is something like if someone says, oh, I need to talk to you, but I will tell you about it later. Like, don't do that. Don't tell me you need to talk to me and you're going to talk about it later, because what's going to happen is the whole entire day, that's on my mind. And then when you talk to me later, it's not even that serious and it's not even something bad. I hate when people do that. Like, that's the pet peeve. Like, I literally actually remember rowing out someone and saying, listen, and I've actually made that a boundary. Like, I literally tell people, listen, if you have something to tell me and you're not going to tell me in this moment, when you tell me you have to talk to me, don't tell me at all, because I'm not interested. Because you play with my emotions. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. So, yeah, guys. I'm sorry if it sounds like I chose violence just now, but that's the truth. Like, I got to a point where I actually would rouse someone and tell them, listen, don't do that, because I'm not going to want to hear about it. I'm not going to want to talk about it later. So, yeah, this is just part 1 of my anxious tale. And welcome back to my channel. I'm Blooming with Azalea, with your girl Azalea. I hope you guys are well today. I hope you have not chose violence. You're staying on the good side of the violence scale, like you're on green, you're not on red. I hope everyone is good today. So by the title of this video, you can see that I will be talking about my little anxious tale of overthinking. So yes, your girl is an overthinker. I have it very bad. I'm an overthinker, and it turns into anxiousness. And when I get anxious, the anxiety kicks in. So if you're someone like me who's an overthinker, then you probably could relate to this as much as I do. Like, this is something very new. I never thought I would open up about this, because this is not something that I really open up about. However, I think this would probably explain why I do certain things, or why you would notice my mood change sometimes. Like, I guess it just depends on whatever the situation is. So when I first experienced overthinking, or when I recognized it, I think I was grade 10 through 12. And that was some years ago now. And guys, if you see me like scratching, it's because I'm getting bite by mosquito. Because I don't know if you guys can tell, but it's kind of like gray outside. It's like nasty, mucky, wet weather. So I'm getting bite by mosquito, and apparently my off clearly isn't working. Then again, mosquito just like my blood. So yeah. But yeah, I was grade 10 through 12, and anyone who knows me knows that the high school that I went to, y'all know, like 10 through 12 was like a crucial year. You're trying to apply for universities, you're applying for colleges, you're trying to be in almost every extracurricular activity there could be, because, you know, you want to get the best scholarships and such. And every time exams came up, my anxiety was like skyscrapers in Manhattan, New York, in like Times Square. I kid you not. Like, it was bad. I would sit to my desk getting ready for my exams, and I would be shaking my leg or trembling. I actually used to do this thing where I would straighten my hair. And when I used to straighten my hair, I literally would straighten my hair, not because it was just easy to manage, right? Because like during exams, I don't have time to like be trying to fix my hair and want it. I'm a natural head. So I used to straighten my hair to make it easy. But not only that, I used to like straighten my hair because during the exam, I like to do like, you know, like those Caucasian guys who are like watch being when they're like running out the ocean, they're like running their hands to their hair and stuff, like being dramatic. I would do stuff like that. I would take my hair out the ponytail and I would rub my hand through my hair, just like pulling my hair a little bit, not too much to pull out my hair, but I used to do stuff like that. I remember it got so bad. It's so funny. I remember it got so bad. I think this was maybe in the 12th grade, and my homeroom teacher, she looks at me and she's like, "Oh, Dad, come outside." I didn't even realize what I was doing, and she was like, "You shaking your leg consistently, is everything okay?" And I just said, "Listen, like, I am just overthinking this exam." Like, she was like, "Oh, Dad, you know the content, you know you've studied, you don't have to stress, you don't have to worry." I believe she even said a quick prayer for me outside of homeroom. trying to calm me down. And I don't think I've ever told anyone that, but yeah, so y'all know. And it wasn't about being dramatic. It wasn't about, you know, it's simply just that anxiety. And to this day, I do not like taking exams. I don't like taking tests. I just don't like it. And I think it's just the little thoughts and the little devil that's in my head. Like, you know, if you fail, you can't do this. And it's a lot. My family, I know at one point I used to tell my family, or one of my parents, I can't remember, like I just don't like taking exams because I would do good throughout the school year. And then like exam time would come and I wouldn't do as good. And it's like, I know the content, I know I know the work, I know the answers, but once the anxiety used to kick in, that was it. Like it just didn't work. And you know, I think they probably just thought I was being dramatic and I just wasn't prepared, or they just be like, well, if you studied, you shouldn't feel this way. But you know, so that's where my overthinking came in. That's when I think I first recognized it. And into my adult life, I kid you not, it's gotten worse. It's gotten really bad. I think I do a good job of hiding it or trying to disguise it, but it's probably gonna be exposed in this video because now I'm kind of like telling you guys some of the things that, you know, I do when I start to overthink and anxiety. Even in my romantic relationships, it's kind of taken a toll because, you know, it's easy for people to kind of say, oh, you're just being insecure, or you just don't trust me, and this, that, and the third. But it's not that, you know. It's simply just sometimes, the sucky thing is, overthinking sometimes it proves you to be right. And I am a person who does analyze a lot of things. I like sit down, I like to think through and say, okay, is this actually making sense, or are you just messing around? And then there are other times where it's simply just overthinking and it's just anxiety. Guys, I'm getting bite rate up. So y'all know if I out here getting bite up for y'all know I was determined to do these videos today. So yeah, things like that would happen. And in my overthinking, you know, the what if questions, the questions of, I wonder if they like someone else. I wonder if they check out other people. And this goes for females and males. This isn't just about me as a female, but I have some guy friends who, they don't directly come out and say it, but you know, so my overthinking is really out there. My brain is amazing. Like it runs a whole marathon of thoughts to a point where sometimes I want to say if that's what it feels like to go the C word, C-R-A-Z-Y, then I feel for people who actually, you know, experience different things that have them feeling like they are. Because do I think it's normal to overthink? Yes. Do I think it's normal to have moments in certain situations where you do it? Yes. Do I think it's not normal to overthink to excessive kind of thing? I don't think it's the most normalist thing. Especially once the anxiety comes. I try to calm myself down before I can feel the anxiety. And even as I'm doing this video, I actually could feel it creeping up on me a little, because this is something I don't talk about, because people are quick to judge. People are quick to say, oh, you're just crazy, oh, you're just dramatic, oh, you're just being extra. And it's like, no, like these are like real concerns. This is like something that people, you know, and I have it bad. I'm gonna do a part 2 where I get into detail, because I remember there was a day, that whole entire day at work. Like I can't remember what the situation was. I can't remember what happened, but that whole day, my mind was just running crazy. And I went to Bible study, but I will talk about that in part 2 of this video. So make sure you're looking for part 2 when it does come out, please. So yeah, like it's bad enough. And I'm trying not to give too much, but give you guys enough to know that, hey, like I'm a person like overthinks. I overthink a lot. It can turn into anxiety. I do have it kind of bad. I sometimes do shut down. Like people say I'm outgoing, I'm outspoken, that's cool and beautiful and everything. But once that overthinking anxiety comes, like I shut down completely. Like I go from this and I go like this. I will also talk about that part too, like what could trigger it and stuff like that. But all I have to say is, honestly guys, for the amount of times I overthink, I should be a supermodel. Like I would be a VS model. And if you know what VS mean, I'm talking like a Victoria's Secret model. I mean, shout out to them, they look good, but like I could be like a supermodel, but I'm not. So yeah, this is just like a little intro to, you know, how I got into my overthinking and what I deal with and how I realized I was, you know, that's what was happening with me. Oh, these mosquitoes are not playing today. Yeah, so I will be doing a part 2 soon. This was just like a quick intro. But if you are someone who does overthink, listen, it's okay to talk about it. I don't think it's anything to be ashamed of. And I kind of feel like a weight is off my shoulders now that I've kind of like opened up about it just a little bit. Because, you know, you can't, you know, it's not something you want to hold in. It's sometimes okay to let people know, like, listen, I'm an overthinker. That doesn't mean take advantage. And for you people who don't have it, it does not mean take advantage of someone who you know does have it, because that is like a trigger. That is something that you shouldn't play around with. Like a trigger for me is something like if someone says, oh, I need to talk to you, but I'll tell you about it later. Like, don't do that. Don't tell me you need to talk to me and you're gonna talk about it later, because what's gonna happen is the whole entire day, that's on my mind. And then when you talk to me later, it's not even that serious and it's not even something bad. I hate when people do that. Like, that's a pet peeve. Like, I literally actually remember rowing out someone and saying, listen, and I've actually made that a boundary. Like, I literally tell people, listen, if you have something to tell me and you're not going to tell me in this moment, when you tell me you have to talk to me, don't tell me at all, because I'm not interested. Because you play with my emotions. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who does that. So, yeah, guys. I'm sorry if it sounds like I chose violence just now, but that's the truth. Like, I gotten to a point where I actually would rouse someone and tell them, listen, don't do that, because I'm not going to want to hear about it. I'm not going to want to talk about it later. So, yeah. This is just part 1 of my anxious tale. And I'm getting bite by mosquitoes, so I'm gonna end this right here. I hope you have a great day. Have a wonderful day. Do not choose violence, guys. Make sure you share my channel. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Share, like, subscribe, comment. Let me know what videos you want to see. I am still trying to get to 100 subscribers by my birthday, which is August 26th, which is literally like in 3 months. I'm excited. Do not ask me my age because I'm not telling you. Sorry. But make sure to give this video a thumbs up, share it, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.